What are you doing, boy? What are you doing? You want to say hey to everybody? Oh, you want to say hello to everybody? What have you been doing? Come here. Oh, my goodness. Come here. What have you been doing? You want to say hello to everybody? Tell them hello. Oh, yeah. Hmm? Good? Are you good? Yeah? Come here. Come here. Oh, there you go. Oh, get your nose at him. You can't hold yourself up with your nose. Yeah. Guys, welcome to. Oh, yeah. Guys, if you've ever had a German Shepherd, you will know that they are very verbal dogs. Buddy, come here, boy. Come here. Give me your head. He is, they're just the sweetest, most verbal dog you'll ever experience. You good? Guys, welcome to the live stream tonight. It is a gorgeous evening. We're going to hang out here on the porch with Buddy for just a few minutes. And then it's a little chilly out. I'm going to snap my buttons. Then we're going to head over and check on the cows. Got a little surprise here. Little Susie girl gave me a surprise. Welcome, everybody. Looks like Fabio, Dennis, Bruce, Billy, Tracy. Good to have you guys. Happy Friday evening. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous night here. Thank goodness the sun's finally going down a little bit later in the day. I think, does the time change tomorrow? Did they call that daylight savings, or are we in daylight savings time? I don't know. You guys tell me. Understood your show, good dog. Understand your show, good dog, says Dan. Awesome. Hey, from California, Dr. Yeah, all right. DR, we'll just call you DR. Barbara's in the house, Linda's in the house. Guys, welcome. We're going to have a pretty good turnout tonight, I'm pretty sure, on the live stream. If there's any questions or anything you guys want to know, let me know. I've been out on the tractor today, and you're going to see it in just a second. Working on the tractor. I've already rolled out the hay to the cows because they were over there, and they're kind of like my babies. You know, if you hear your baby crying, you go check on them. I heard the cows moo, moo, moo. So I went on over there and checked on them, gave them a bale of hay. We'll talk a little bit more about that. I'm giving them 2 bales one day, 1 bale the next. So in the morning at around 7 or 8 a.m., they'll get a bale. Got a great video coming out tomorrow. You guys are going to love it. It's just a full day of chores here on the farm. 7 a.m. or so, I'll feed them. And then probably about 4:30 or 5 o'clock, I'll go back and feed them again. So it's a busy day. I've got hay coming tomorrow. I actually am running low on hay. Typically, you know, we're getting a little more green grass. It's maybe the groundhog was right this year. It's been a fairly chilly spring, and hadn't been spring, late winter. And the other day was 18 degrees out here. That's pretty abnormal for March temperatures here in North Carolina. So, yeah. Don says, Minnesota Army veteran, want to do what you're doing. Awesome, brother. Awesome. Well, there's no better work study than right here. And I'll tell you when I mess up, too. I'll tell you when I do the wrong thing. I think I'm going to say this. Here lately, and you guys tell me, I watch other channels. I watch other channels that are homesteading and farming and stuff like that. Man, I try to stay away from pretending like there's fake drama all the time. And you know what that does? For some reason, that hurts my views. I publish videos so that people watch them and people enjoy them. And, you know, obviously the best reward for that is getting a lot of views. But, you know, there's a lot of channels out there that just every day, it's the end of the world. We're going to lose the farm if we don't do this. We're going to, you know, it's like those hot rod shows. If we don't get this truck out, or we're going to lose the shop. I get so tired of that. So tired of that just fake crap. It's just, I just get so tired of it. Just be real. I'm going to tell you right now, I get so sick of my feed, and you guys probably get this too. There'll be a feed, and it'll be a sawmill video with some big butt right there. And it's to get guys to watch. I mean, it just simply is. It is, in my humble opinion, and it's just not right. I don't know. It's pimping yourself. I don't know what else to. I would never ever in all my days when me and my wife were here, I would never ever in all my days post a thumbnail of her butt. I mean, have a little bit of class. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Just have a little bit of class. Old Pecan Homestead's in the house. You guys saw that debate last Monday. Old Pecan, be positive. I'm gonna tell you, be positive. He's like, the algorithm is trash. It's not trash. It's all the same. It's just people do clicky video titles and clicky videos like the attacker is back. The creature from the Black Lagoon has moved in. Bigfoot. I think I saw Bigfoot. And it's just not real, man. It's just not real. But it's the job of a content creator to create a catchy title. So it is. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? I want to get your opinions on it, because if you want me to start posting big butts in my videos, I'll see if I can find a big butt to put in my video. That way it does better. I'll do a video with a chainsaw, a great big chainsaw with a long bar on it, and my big and somebody's big butt in there. So, is that is that what people want to see? I want to try experiment on strawberry in Liberia. What is your advice? I don't know a daggone thing about Liberia and strawberries. So my advice is to seek other advice. I mean, you can give advice like that, right? My advice is to seek other advice. I also am not hiring. For anybody who wants to message me from another country that says, sir, I'm looking job for blah, blah, blah. I'm not hiring you. Okay. This is not a job posting. This is just us on the farm and enjoying life and learning together and growing and enjoying the cows and the tractors and the trucks and stuff. So Randy says no big butts. Dang it. All right, Randy. And we won't do that. There's no worry about that from this guy. Man, I have a little frog in my throat tonight. Guys, I haven't had that nasty cold that everybody's getting that was going around a few weeks ago, and my voice still hasn't recovered from it. So, yeah. Judy says I'm doing just fine. Only Cowbutt, says Shady. AJ Lewis says off grid with Doug and Stacy and keeping it Dutch turned to crap. AJ Lewis. I didn't say that, buddy. I know all those guys personally. I mean, their numbers are on my cell phone. I know them personally. I know they're all good people, really good people. I kind of stepped outside my realm and spoke a little bit, not so much politics, but we talked about the subsidies being cut for farmers and being held up and people's funds not being there. And, really the take-home message of that video, if you guys didn't see it, it was posted. It's got about 100,000 views. It was posted about a week and a half ago. And it's the way I feel. I don't want them up my butt. I don't want the government here. I don't want them telling me what to do. I don't believe that the American taxpayer deserves to prop up any small farm, big farm, medium-sized farm, any farm. I believe in doing the right thing and doing the right thing the first time. I don't believe, and I'm going to do a video totally dedicated to this. It was very hard for me to believe that I had people here from the government telling me to open my gates and let the cows go into the creek so that they could have evidence and have a better chance of getting funding. I mean, that right there just turned me sour, man. It just turned me absolutely sour. And I'll do a video chat talking about that a little bit more. It looks like Austin's in the house. Billy's in the house. Good stuff. David says it's all going to end soon. I don't think it's going to end. I think I don't know. I don't know. And you guys are welcome to share your thoughts openly. Share your thoughts. Share your viewpoint. Now, if it gets to the point of insulting and childish, I'm just not going to respond, and that's it. Nobody should have to put up with that. We can we, the people, can disagree on something, and we, the people, can still have a conversation and be civil with one another. Don't you think? We can do that. I think it's I think that we're all adults. We, the people, can do that. We should be able to disagree on something, or be able to disagree on anything, and yet still have a civil conversation with one another and not act like third graders. I don't you think? What do you think? Fix the Rust Bucket says you and Mill Gap Farms are live at the same time. Well, we're gonna have to. He's got Maple Fest up there. He was here yesterday. That's Kevin from Mill Gap Farms. So, yeah, Kevin's great guy. He was here yesterday. He picked up a heater from me. We're gonna head over and we're gonna check on the moo cows. I'm gonna turn the camera around. You guys we're gonna go on a road trip here. We are live. This is real. We're live on both Facebook and on YouTube right now. And you guys say the four-wheeler's prayer that this thing shifts okay today. It has not been shifting right. I've got to take it in and have the computer reset, and I think that's the entire problem. Like, it should have shifted by now, and now it's shifted. So, probably going to cost me $100 to take it in and have it worked on. Garden's about ready. Chickens are looking good. I put some apples in there for the chickens today. Dad's tractor there. We're going to get Dad's tractor running soon. I just groomed the driveway with the Wingfield drag harrow. I'm reaching in here and hitting my button for my gate so I can get in and out, or get out. Bad driver. There we go. Come on, shift it, girl. Shift it. There you go. Something's just up with the shifting timing on this, and it's 2 weeks ago. It wasn't that bad. It's getting worse. I mowed that pasture you see right across there a little earlier today. You'll see that in a future video. And we're getting ready to take the drag harrow out and drag all the manure pats out. We're going to go see Tammy right now. And we're going to go see Susie and Susie's new surprise. All right. Trying not to drive in the same spot. You see we're wearing a patch out right there. I'm trying to drive in a different spot every time here. All right, the four-wheeler's going to shift right about the time we get right here. And dig in the dirt. Nope, it didn't. Good. Maybe it's doing better. So first thing in the morning, I got a load of hay coming out, and I'm actually thinking about putting it over on that ridge to our right. I was going to put it up on the other side of the farm, but I think I'm going to put it over on that ridge. We got a load of animals I'm going to be taking to the auction. Try to pull a little bit of financial gain out of the cattle. Plus, we've got, our numbers are too high, honestly, for the amount of grass that I have, and I'm going to have to cut back a little bit. So, whomever has not had a baby and doesn't look like she's pregnant, especially those who haven't had a baby in the last year, they're going to leave. They're going to be leaving the farm. It's just how the farm works. I mean, that's all it is to it. Excuse me. So, here's everybody. Here's all the girls and boys. I got that water bottle here on my ATV. I just upgraded a little bit. So I just upgraded my, put bicycle water bottle holders on this rack. Awesome idea. I thought it was an awesome idea. There we go. We're a little early for the live stream today, but that's all good. Let's go on out here in the pasture and hang out with the cows for a little bit. Donnie's giving me the stanky eye. You see Donnie's right up there. He's giving me the stinky eye. This section of pasture right here, so you guys know, if you're curious about the farm and curious about things. I'm curious about everything. This section of pasture was one of the worst pastures on the farm. If you remember, maybe 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago, this was in weeds, like 6-8 foot tall weeds. I mean, it was just wrapped up in weeds. Since then, I put lime down this winter, and we've unrolled nearly 80 hay bales out here over the last 2 years. And you see all the manure pats that are out here. All that will be feeding the land too. This is a regenerative farm, if you don't know what that means. I get fussed at by a lot of people for not doing what Grandpa did, which was spend money on fertilizer. Fertilizer is expensive. Why would I buy fertilizer when I can buy hay and build carbon and biomass and put a blanket? I mean, when you plant your lawn, you spread straw out, right? Well, this is what we're doing here. We're spreading straw and we're spreading butt fertilizer. Every one of these is $1 bill, and there's 1,000 of them out here. There's also probably $1,000 worth of hay out here too. The cows typically will consume, somewhere in the neighborhood of 90%, 85 to 90% of the hay. And as the winter progresses, the hay is exposed to more weather, and more of the hay goes bad. But out of a $50 bale, I would say we probably waste $5 worth of hay. Now, is it wasting if it's feeding the soil and feeding the land? I don't think so. I honestly don't. I wonder where Susie ran off to. Susie's been very standoffish. So we have 11 calves now for this season. There's Jumper. You guys remember Jumper? Jumped the fence the other day. Hey, big buddy. Hey, Jumper. How you doing there, friend? He don't like me very much anymore since I had to chase him with the four-wheeler. You gonna be my friend again? You can be my friend again. We're cool. We're cool. I'm cool if you're cool. We can agree to disagree about jumping the fence, though, buddy. Jumper's a big old steer. All these cows are 100% grass-fed. If you want to grain your cows, that's okay, but I just choose not to. There's just, regenerative farming is farming on the cheap. Also, it's farming on the cheap. It's growing the soil. It's important. Now this little cow here, let's take a look. 315. This is a steer. Got to be a steer, and that is a product of Mr. Donnie right there. Little small steer. Hey there, buddy. How you doing? You remember kicking the four-wheeler yesterday? This little steer and 318 get a little sassy sometimes and kick the four-wheeler as we're going through the field. Dave says, hi, how the heck are you doing? Doing great, man. Doing great. Doing great. Been out working on the farm. What could I ask for better? Been doing great. Did a little bit of work with a charity yesterday called Racing for Heroes. Guys, you'll see a little bit more of that here and there on the channel. There's Bud. Give him a kiss. Give him a kiss. There you go, buddy. You want to come over here and get a little love? 201 wants some love too. She's just curious. Stop. Don't lick me. Everybody can't lick me. That's gross. There you go. All right, big bud. He's a character. He is a character. Love the cow kisses. You're doing it right, but I don't know anything, says Dan. Awesome. Well, let's do a little more cow visiting here. See what we got. There's Spaz. There you go, Spaz. Hey, Spaz. Hey, come here. Hey, come on, come back. I'd like to talk to you about our Lord and Savior. Come on back. Come on back here. Do you know Jesus? Do you know Jesus? I like to go at Spaz like a Jehovah's Witness, right? I don't know. And I've never had a Jehovah's Witness knock on my door, but I guess they do. I guess they do. We got two calves nursing right here. This little guy and this little guy. And that is a little guy. Uh-oh. You didn't know I was here, did you, little calf? All right, we got to go over here. This is Notch. Let's see if Notch will let me tickle him. Notch. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Notch is ticklish. Yep, these cows are mopping up the hay that I put out just a little bit ago. They're just straight mopping it up. Sweetie, how are you? This is Sweetie. Hey, Sweetie. Likes a good rub on the head. What you eating good in the neighborhood there, Sweetie? Huh? They say you're not supposed to rub a cow on the face like this, but watch me try to rub her where I'm supposed to. It's like right here. She don't like that. She does, however, like this. Come on, let me get that shoulder. Let me get this shoulder back here. She's like, nope, ain't having it today. Here's Tammy. Hey, Tammy girl. She doesn't want to hear about her extended car warranty. I think the bull is shooting blanks. The cows like treats. I'm sure they'd like an apple or something like that. You already put Big Bud in your video. Okay, there you go. There we go. So Tammy is our protector, and she doesn't want to hear about our Lord and Savior today either, or about her car warranty. Tammy, hey, I'd like to talk to you about your car warranty. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Whatever happened to Miss Stony Ridge? There you go. There's a great question. She's been gone for 3 years. I don't know. Well, we got divorced, man. Sometimes marriages don't last. That's what happens. So we do have new babies, William, and we're on the hunt for a new baby, and she is right up here. Yep. I get asked that quite a bit, and I'll tell you, I just sometimes two people just don't get along, and that's just, I don't know. It's the long and short of it. I hate it, and that's it. That's all I'm going to say. That's all that I'm going to say. Nobody enters into agreement, a relationship, an arrangement, a contract, or anything of the sort with bad intentions. But sometimes bad things happen, and that's it. Right, little 201? You're curious. Since they're all grass-fed, take one section of your pasture and plant it in ryegrass for the winter. That way they have greens all winter long. Since you move them around, it has plenty of time to recover. I typically hay in the wintertime, but I hear you, and I am going to experiment a little bit with that this upcoming year. Yeah, I will experiment with that, I do believe. Seed costs money. Hay costs money. Pretty soon, every day, none of this will cost me anything every day. The cows will be out here grazing all these pastures, and we'll be moving them twice a day on different paddocks throughout this whole farm, this whole section over here. But, you know, we're going to have to get our soil right before we can start planting stuff. I've just wasted so much money on grass seed because my soil isn't right. We've got to have nutrient in the soil to make things grow. So here's our newest baby, and looks like Big Bud is protecting her. I was going to name this baby Jack, and Jack turned out to be a Jill. So I guess little Susie has little Jill. Susie's been fairly standoffish. I'm going to kind of hang out right here for a minute. It looks like little Jill thinks that Big Bud may have milk also. Yep, you won't get any milk out of those other udders. Josh, one of the videos with her, it's been coming up a lot on Facebook. Yep, it does. It will. That's it. It just happens. That happens. Some of them get re-recommended. So That's just what happens. All it is to it. Susie typically would let me come right up to her and rub her and pet her, just like Big Bud. And Big Bud's right beside her. But with this new baby, who is right over here, looks like Big Bud's taken to the little baby too. That's little Jill. That's our latest baby. What you want, bro? What you want? Oh, don't lick my camera. Don't do that. Oh, look, Big Bud is going for the milk. That's why he's hanging out over here. As big as he is, he's going for Susie's milk. He must smell that good, fresh milk. Let's see what happens here. He's going for it, and she's letting him go for it. Like I said, some of these cows are going to go to market, and I hate to say it, but these are bad habits. Big Bud, you got to stop doing that, buddy. Yep. Sweet little baby. Sweet little baby. The baby was born day before yesterday. We've had really, really chilly nights and really high winds here, and it seems like the worse the weather is, the more Mama wants to have a baby. So, Kevin, good to have you. Fabio, I'm hoping next year to raise some cattle. Awesome. Good stuff. Robert says, good evening, Mr. Stony Ridge. Can we get you to sing a couple bars of your theme song? Yeah, Stony Ridge Farm. That's it. That's all I got. It's better with the guitar. Way better with the guitar. Nice. Beautiful evening. You guys hear that in the background? Can you hear the peepers? Let me know if you can hear the peepers. That's a sign, an early sign of spring around here, the peepers. Sometimes the peepers, you'll hear them, they'll be so loud that you can hardly stand it out here. What size bales do you like better? Dan's asking, I guess, what size bales we use. It's a 4x5 net wrapped bale. So 4 foot wide by about 5 foot high. Marie says, what's the temperature out there? It's about 48 degrees, I do believe, right now. 48 to 50 to maybe 46. It's starting to cool down. The sun's already gone down. You can see the remnants of the sun right there. So it's starting to cool off. How many plots are set up for the cows? Douglas Huckster. So Doug, I have broken everything down into larger plots right now. So for the winter time, I'm targeting certain fields. So this whole field right here is just one plot, and that is just one plot. I've actually taken down a lot of fencing, and I'll rework the whole thing and rebuild the whole thing this spring as the grass starts coming in. So the goal is 90 different plots. So we give each section of grass 45 days of rest. So that is the goal. We'll move the cows twice a day. We'll eat 1/3, trample 1/3, and leave 1/3. And guys, there's going to be a vast change in the scenery. What you see here, the maple trees are already, that's a maple. See that big one hanging out? It's already blooming. The red maples are already blossoming and blooming. The honeybees are already out. Robert, does the smell of freshly hot cow dung bother you? I smell no manure right here. I'm standing in a field of manure. And I really smell no manure, dude. No manure. I mean, I don't smell it. It doesn't stink. It's funny. I had a new neighbor just build a house, and I told him I got cow. I'm bringing cows in. This was several years back. And he's like, oh, man, I don't have to smell them stinking cows. I was like, if you farm right, there ain't no stink. So if you drive by a farm and it just smells to high heaven, just stinks to high heaven, then we got a problem. If my cows, that's a problem, okay? You could drive by a chicken coop, they're overcrowded. You drive by a chicken house and it smells just horrible, or a hog house and it smells horrible. Now pigs do stink, I will say that, but we've got a problem. We've got a an animal density problem when we start having stank like that. And you know, much like yourself, I don't know. Let's talk. I don't want to. You know, guys love to talk about going to the bathroom, right? So let's just talk about this. An unhealthy gut. I don't care if you're a goat or a human or a cow or a cat or a dog. An unhealthy gut has a stinkier stench to it. The byproduct of that gut has a smellier stench. So these are healthy guts. These cows aren't eating grain. They're not grainivores. They're herbivores. And they're not herbivores. The H in herbivore is silent. uh, it's not a herbivore. How many cows are we going to take to market? Probably 7. I'm going to get the numbers on down to about 35 or so. And I'm going to run every single animal through the working pen. I'm going to have my stepdad bring the trailer down, and I'm going to just go through and sort them ear tag, because everybody needs an ear tag here, and we've rubbed ourselves to where we don't have ear tags. We've rubbed our ears on trees and fences and knocked our ear tags out. I know them, but yeah, you don't have feedlot cows, says Dave. Nope, I don't. Nope. I think this is the way nature intended. And part of the reason why I started this farm, guys, was, and please support the farm. Please support this. Please watch this. That's all I ask, is that you watch and enjoy and learn. But, you know, the whole reason I bought this is because I worked in healthcare. I'm a registered nurse. I started doing this because I was very disappointed and unhappy with the food system in this country. It's horrible. It's just horrible. The conditions at which our meat is raised, the sprays and toxic chemicals and chemical fertilizers that we use for a temporary fix to make things grow green, I'm just not a fan of it. Now, you can go put fertilizer all you want to. You know, some of the biggest culprits are those chemical fertilizers that are being put on your lawn. So we got to be conscious about that stuff. This is our earth. This is our planet. We've got to take care of it. This farm has had more diversity in its flora and fauna, meaning grasses, meaning better soil, and more wildlife. Since I brought the cows on, I've seen more wildlife. Now, less deer, for sure. The fences have kept out a lot of deer, and our deer were overpopulated, and we still have an issue here in North Carolina with chronic wasting disease. And that comes from overpopulation. Our animals are so populated. You go out in the Midwest and you see these huge bucks, right? Huge Midwest bucks. We don't have them around here because we're so overpopulated. They don't grow big. A man in Rocky Mount, North Carolina, just had his cows confiscated because they were out all the time over the past few years. Sad, since how easily you contain yours. How I see you contain yours. These are robust animals. These are not kittens. These are not dogs. These are, and make no mistake, Buddy's got a heated doghouse, but Buddy's an outside dog. Buddy stays outside. My cats live outside. They have a heated area they can go to. They have blankets they can curl up on, but they're outside. These aren't people. They're not people. A friend of mine had animal control called on him by some hoity-toity city lady that came up and saw wild ducks on his frozen pond, and she called animal control because it was animal cruelty to have those ducks out on a frozen pond. And our government, our tax dollars paid for animal control to investigate something that stupid. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Thank you so much, Robert. I appreciate you, brother. Shady Acres. I have feedlot cows, but they move often and they have no bad smell. How do you have them in a feedlot if they're moving often? I don't understand that. Explain that to me. Do you finish them in the feedlot? And there's nothing wrong with that. If you guys want to, you raise your animals however you want to. I just prefer to raise my animals this way. And that's it. And I'm going to tell you what, all winter long, show me some mud. Show me a muddy spot. There may be 3 muddy spots on this whole farm. It rained here 2 days ago. Show me mud. Now, go drive down a country road and look at these farms. Show me a cow trail. Where is there a cow trail? You guys know about cow trails? How cows need to be within 400 feet of their water source, or they will go and they will mob drink, which creates trails, cow trails, which is soil compaction. That lasts for decades. Decades. I've got 1 cow trail on this farm, and it runs right across the top of that hill over there. It's from when I first didn't have my water system built yet. Oh, out of his fences. He had his cows confiscated because they were getting out of his fences. Gotcha. Now that makes sense. You can't be irresponsible. Sandra, do you still work as an RN? I am full-time here on the farm. This is what I do full-time. You are watching me do my job. That's it. I spend about 80 hours a week on content creation. I fly all over the country creating content. I travel to fence forums. I travel to farm shows. We're traveling to the National Hardware Show. I like construction stuff. I like trucks and cars and all kinds of stuff. So this is what I do. It's what I do. And I think it's an honorable trade. This was all a dream, guys. And I'm going to tell you, reach right back there and pat yourself on the back. I thank you all so much for hopefully you're learning and growing and seeing what a real farm is like, a real small farm. That's what it's all about. And I hope you're enjoying wrenching and working on stuff. Some of the fun stuff. We did a video the other day and not a lot of people watched it. We went to the racetrack and did a veteran fundraiser. It was a race for veterans. It was a fundraiser. And gosh, not a lot of people watched it. If you get a chance, check that out. It was great. It was such a fun time. I think it was last Monday, last Monday's video. What a great time. And for such a great cause. It was called Racing for Heroes, and it's to help first responders and veterans with depression. I don't think there's anything anyone can say bad about that. I spent the whole day yesterday at Virginia International Raceway with those folks from Racing for Heroes. And you'll see more content with those guys. I think it's a great cause, and I think it's super important that we give back. I like the new race car. That thing went to the crusher already, dude. If you watch the video, the race car that I ran has already, I believe, has already gone to the crusher. The engine blew up that day. Sandra says, if I could either retire or switch careers, I'd be doing what you do. I'm going to tell you, this is a lot of work, Sandra. It is absolutely a lot of work. Shady Acre says, I finished them off and processed them to sell. So they consider us a feedlot, but mine are in and out at least 10 or 15 acres at a time. Awesome. You hear Mona? That's Mona. That's why we call her Mona. Hey, Mona. What you doing, girl? I swear she's talking to me. What do you guys? Is that right? Is that right? Are you feeling bloated today, Mona? No answer. I guess that's a no. Huh? How you feeling, girl? Oh, man, guys. What a great day. What a great day. Man. Well, I want to thank you guys so much for joining me here on the farm tonight. I appreciate it. Hopefully it brought a little peace to your otherwise busy, crazy week. Just being out here with the animals is pretty good therapy for me. Hopefully it's good therapy for you guys too. Just being out here, realizing the hustle and bustle and craziness of the world, with all the hustle and bustle and craziness and the politics that are going on so much right now. sometimes it's good to just pull away and take a break, spend some time out here. Sometimes I just get a chair, come over here and, well, not a chair, just get her in the four-wheeler, just sit down. The cows all come up to me and some of them nudge me, some of them lick me. It's great, guys. The hog lot, we're going to build a hog lot and it's going to be right down there. I've got a well project coming. I'm going to dig a hand dug well right down here, and we're going to have a shallow well that we'll be watering the hogs with. There's a pond on the other side of that dirt pile right there. All that's going to get smoothed out, all that fun stuff in a future video. And I've got a great video coming out tomorrow. I hope you guys will hit the like button on the way out the door. If you're on Facebook, reach over and follow. If you want to subscribe and contribute, you're very welcome to do so. If you want to become a channel member over on YouTube, I really appreciate it, guys. I appreciate you viewing, coming with me. It's a great time. Thanks. See you next time. All right. Woo!